Her obsession. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Strict Translator 879 issued a post on the St. Harry's Wife Reddit thread. They use her real name, as you know, I don't. And they have, or that individual rather, has posted something from somebody called Brazen Hussy Lark. It looks like it's appeared from X. And it states, Prince Harry and Harry's wife are not making appearances or statements, all part of the worldwide privacy tour, of course. And yet, in July 2023, 100 plus articles in the Express, 90 plus articles in the Sun, 90 plus articles in the Mirror, 60 plus in Newsweek, 30 plus in the Mail, 30 plus in Page 6, 30 plus in New York Post, 10 plus in the Telegraph, and 10 plus in the Independent. Now, that also misses out some other newspapers, blogs, and so forth, where there is something to do with Harry's wife and Harry. That is a lot of articles. It comes in at something like 450 plus articles in just 1 month. Now, I've explained before, of course, that the press has an interest in Harry's wife and Harry because they know that they're not liked by many people, and people are invested in watching them circle the drain and for the eventual train wreck and car crash to come to fruition. They know that people will click on the stories. They know that people will read and watch. And this sells advertising. And therefore, they are involved in ensuring that Harry and Harry's wife are commented upon. But the point is, you have to have something to happen for it to be commented upon. And therefore, whilst the likes of the PR puff pieces pumped out by the supine publications, Tatler, Cosmopolitan, Marie Claire, Hello, and People, who don't appear in that list, regularly bring up the past and tell us about something to do with when they first met or when they were married or something from the Harry and Harry's Wife series. That isn't included in this list. These articles are about current things. And they can only be about current things if Harry's wife ensures that it's there to be commented upon. This is why she does the pap walks, that she's seen emerging from a restaurant so that it's photographed. That she is seen with her Nucalm patch on her wrist, so it's photographed and commented about. That she apparently went to watch Taylor Swift, so that it's commented about. That she went shopping at a farmer's market, so she was photographed and commented about. That she was photographed in the back of a taxi, looking like the cat that got the cream, see parts pass him, as a consequence of the supposed near-catastrophic car chase. But that level of exposure is driven quite simply by her narcissism. The poster writes, "Look at these figures which were only for July. Can you imagine how much it is costing them?" There is seriously something wrong with her mentally. Obsession plays a significant part in narcissism, but this is off-the-charts mental illness. Well, to explain simply what's going on, all you need do is understand narcissism. Two of the most important aspects of the prime aims are the need to control and to draw fuel. Fuel is the emotional response of people to the narcissist, occasioned by what the narcissist does. So if I compliment my girlfriend, for example, and she says, "Oh, thank you, HG, she's just given me some positive fuel," which is very potent because she's the intimate partner primary source. She reacted to what I did. If I punch somebody in the face and they went, "Ow," that's negative fuel. And if it's come from a stranger, it's not particularly potent because they're a tertiary source, but there's quite a bit of it because they're proximate to me. If I enter the room and turn heads, that's all fuel for me. Somebody makes me a birthday cake, that's fuel for me. My fuel needs aren't as great because I'm a narcissistic psychopath. It's pure narcissists, such as Harry's wife, that have much greater fuel needs than I do. For her, her narcissism is operating all of the time like a background app to ensure that she's controlling people and drawing fuel, controlling people and drawing fuel, controlling people and drawing fuel. I know many of you think it's exhausting. It's not. It's what she's designed for. But the way that she goes about it is to ensure that everything that she does, or most things that she does, perhaps more accurately, end up covered or spoken about in some way. She leaks to the press. She ensures that there's photographers available to see her emerging from restaurants or going shopping. She ensures that what she's done recently is commented upon, talked about, analysed. And then, and this is probably what she spends a tremendous part of her day doing, because she doesn't appear to be doing much else, she looks through the press and watches YouTube and looks on social media and perhaps even reads St. Harry's wife's Reddit thread to find out what is being said about her. And thus she can drink in the fuel with regard to the fact that she's being commented about in a newspaper column, that people are reacting to it, that people are passing their comments about it. Now, in some instances where her dwindling band of supporters appear, it provides her with the pure positive fuel that she craves. But the problem that she has is that the more that she exposes herself, in the sense of appearing in these publications, the more and more people detract from her. Even as this one here says, this is off the charts mental illness. She is burning through the dollars to maintain this prominence by ensuring that she's publicized in this way. But she's doing it because her narcissism demands it of her. She's doing it in an attempt to control the readerships, the viewerships, the general public at large, and she's doing it for the purposes of drawing fuel because she cannot live without it. If she were to do so, she would in effect break down. And her narcissism drives her each and every day, whenever anybody interacts with her, to assert control over them and to seek to draw fuel from them and others. Her greed for this fuel is unending, and it plays into this obsession about being noticed. The obsession about being seen, about being talked about, is simply the pursuit of control and fuel that is sought as part of the prime aims driven by her narcissism. In the same way that a shark swims the ocean to eat other fish, Harry's wife seeks out that fuel and does so through seeking repeated appearances in newspapers, even though, of course, she stated that they're not making any appearances or statements, because once again, she's entitled to engage in that hypocrisy. It's no surprise to one such as I, familiar with the contradictory and hypocritical ways of my brethren. But the fact is, in order to understand why she has this obsession with being noticed, it's simply all part of her narcissism. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.